go in nature. You're going for what? For my leg?
Probably center mass, right?
Maybe for a hand. Go for the leg because I'm gonna slip the leg. Yeah. So you need to get in nature. And you can do a slip the leg. That's the first thing you need to
To avoid it.
Yeah, slip the fucking leg.
Dashing. Yeah, dashing. Dashing.
So slip the leg. Take the leg out of the way. And then you see that back foot moving? Try to reach. Looking at your back foot all the time. This measure is fixed. Up, up, up. And this is what happens. Standing an L, stretch. So that's the full length when he's at that height from the shoulder.
Gotcha.
Now you're gonna move the back foot and you're gonna sit on a horse stance. Look at the tip. Wait. Now do it. Go to the horse stance. Now try to reach where you were. No, you must stay there. Look back. See how the range is there? So the hypotenuse changes. So you need to wait for that. So you're gonna see one of the tails is cell phone on the floor again.
Yeah, I just threw it over there because it was falling out. I have no pockets. The Pluderhosen don't have any pockets.
And this is our. The problem with Socal is if you wanna hit the leg, which I will do with the one-handed strike usually. You have to do it two-handed. So you have to look for a way to do that and get out of the way. If you get used to just do it one-handed, careful with the cube behind me, it gets easier, but you have less control. So you have to practice it if you don't want to use it.
Right.
Long edge. I'm here. I can change grip. I'm not even looking. I can even move a little bit. Still there. I'm touching with the switch. Right? If it's farther away, then you stand that motherfucker up.
I got it.
It's uneven. So you have to play with it so it stays. So now I'm too far away from this shoulder position there. So I need to go. See how I can reach now? Yeah. So that's the play with the license. But how do you need to move and get out? How you defend it, don't be there.
Yeah,
That's the first rule. Don't be there.
Instead of trying to parry it, you mainly just.
You fight, you don't pose in position. I'm super aggressive, so I go like, oh, I'm doing my thing, ta 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 ta, and I keep going sometimes. Or when they call hit, I strike my pose and stay there, just to make sure they know where I was when the action stopped. Right. But what you want to do is, you did your thing, it didn't work or it worked, it doesn't matter. You need to get out.
Right.
If not, your leg gonna be there.
Everyone
Because
else was cheating.
now you're going that way, so your body is moving with the leg, and the leg is the one that is behind.
Right. Okay.
So it becomes a target.
So it's just a retreat.
Just get the fuck out of it. You can retreat in so many ways. Imagine there is a star.
You can also avoid with an offline step. Right?
And this is intermediate. Down here. So I can step here. I can step here. I can step here. I'm looking, remember, I need to get this one. I'm just leaving there as a reference for the flow. And even here too. there is different angles you can play with. You see it in boxing. You're gonna see boxer.
Right.
The problem is the boxer doesn't care about the leg because he won't be strong. The kickboxer will care about the leg.
they
So he's gonna get sweep or stroke on the freaking leg and he hurts like that.
Right.
Especially if he's in
Shin kick.
Exactly. So those are things we can do. The other thing is blocks and barriers. We need to practice them. And Gil is not consistent teaching. They're teaching an interpretation based on the setup, which is not necessarily functional because it doesn't have the basics. So it's like your computer cannot see your desktop without the operating system.
Right.
Yeah.
In the fucking operating system. So they are teaching from the perspective of what you see on the desktop. And they are forgetting the operating system and the hardware.
Yeah. So
So you got people that are good at it, kind of survive, is because they're more athletic than others. The ones that are not as athletic, they either stay because they really like it, or they get frustrated and they move. I don't know, they're doing the same thing. It's an issue they have been having for a while.
I'm not athletic at all.
So that's why we stay. That's why I keep going. I know everything Dustin have to teach. Some of the stuff came from my own mouth. Like,
Yeah.
don't do this, do it like before. And like 2 cycles later, he's got to.
Dustin was helping me understand Duclair because that was one of the drills today. And he helped me understand it a little bit better.
But then, from the perspective of the operating system and the desktop, Dustin doesn't tell you. That is divided for 6 quarters, which are the build of losses. Over length loss, over breadth loss, under breadth loss, under ultra length. The duplicating is an application of the window. If you know window, you know, really understand what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
So you can win how many times, how many different windows you have? You have one aspect. Not a trick question. There's an answer for it.
So just one on each side, or
That's what you think, because that's how they teach it. But the setup tells you there is 8 windows. Because you're on this quarter, you can shoot here, or here. 2. Here.
okay, so it's 2 for each quarter.
See? And then it tells you can do 3 things. Option item, diagonal, like a slice, thrust, or strike. Multiply that by your 8. How many you have? 24.
Yeah, 24.
The clearing is an application of that. Is basically when your opponent goes strong, you just wind that side, but you have to be on the right side of the soil.
We haven't practiced winding yet. We're kind of coming in late.
Practice wind. You did the clearing.
Well, yes, in Duclair we haven't done just the winding.
It's just. And the thing is,
Yeah, but so we did a few things.
and the other thing it tells you is it goes on. So the first interpretation Dustin had was he thought it was like a long, big movement.
Yeah.
No, because you're inside the sword.
Right.
You're here.
Yeah, so they were doing it without a sword, without binding, right? And you're here. Okay.
I'm doing the one.
Okay, you're doing
the
that.
one. ever. And then you push, and it's index.
Yes.
So this is good. Index will be in the middle section. Go back a little. Press. That's it.
Yeah.
If you don't do it index, it won't work. The other thing they have, they always forget is you have different place of the bar. Next power, middle. Middle against middle. Weak against weak. Strong against strong. You have strong against middle. You got hold on. Keep your form. Don't do that stupid historical thing, please. Come on. Weak against middle. Middle against weak. And strong against weak. So you need to learn to do it. They don't teach you that. You're not even looking at this is offline because we're doing it for safety. But really it's good. Looking at my oven. So the way I teach it without basically the life of anyone. I tell you here, 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 here.
Where the clashes start.
Exactly. What were you saying? When I interrupted you so much?
Here, you have it a little bit. He was just showing us his virtues, which is, and then one
It's
of the,
really good to do it.
yeah, and one of the drills was use verge, they block, use verge again, they block.
Don't fucking move. Corner. Don't fucking move, damn it. See? That crossbar needs to press your back hand.
So kind of like a hanging.
If you're gonna protect yourself, you have to be hanging because the needle has to be in line with you. So it will be, if not, you're gonna be giving the strong too close to your body or the weak too far from your body, and you won't have a structure. What happened?
So he was just doing either verge, you block both times, and then you
Feint.
feint. And then where I was getting tripped up on the declared is that because I had a problem with hitting people, I just subconsciously.
You're too child required.
Yeah. Because subconsciously, I just don't want to hit somebody with a stick unless I really need to. So, Will was sparring me, and I would always stay. Yeah, I was always staying out of measure, and I wasn't doing it because I was measuring wrong, if that makes sense. I was doing it because subconsciously I was staying away so that I don't hit him, even though we were in full equipment. So then he just put So then he just put his sword down, and we were doing the drill, but he was just gonna stand there and just like take the hits. And the one thing that was tripping me up on the declared is that, let's say you're here for the declared, you're supposed, if the sword's there, like here, if the sword is there, then it'll act like this with the declared.
You're there, you're going inside of these balls. Yeah. But you have to be watching.
Right. So
if you're on the other side, the second or the first wheel on the same thing.
right.
So you're gonna push and you're going here.
Yeah.
But if he deflects too fast, you need to do something else.
Okay.
You won't.
So what was tripping me up is just that he didn't have the blade there, so I would have to figure out the declared with nothing here. And it would look weird because it would look more like a verge because there's no blade there to put the resistance. And that's what was tripping me up.
That's why
The Pel is so
let's
important.
move those pells together.
Yeah.
That way when you get your pells, you know